You have to learn what the story is for each individual. And if you don't learn the story, you can't change the story.
I came to our place in June of 2020.
I have been at our place for about totally 6 months.
Gosh, since they opened, what was it, like 6 months, 7 months, 6 months? 6 months. I was with my sister and my sisters.
Oh, I was living with someone before I came to our place.
I was on the streets. It was okay, but it wasn't all that. When it's time to take a break, it's time to take a break.
I would say 95% have some sort of mental health difficulty, and that might be just anxiety, which is something that many people face anyways.
40% of the women that we have right now, 40% of them are going to successfully exit within the next 3 months. So those are phenomenal numbers when you consider that these individuals have a history of chronic homelessness.
Our family shelter, we are at, I think, 75% right now for successful move-outs, and that means successfully transitioning out of our place into something that they can sustain.
Whether they're housed in Collin Ranch or housed here at the shelter, it's just a human being. And sometimes I'll just have a cup of coffee with them, or I'll give them a hug afterwards, because it's just connection. And I think that's how you break the stigma.
Sometimes it's they don't have a driver's license, or they don't have a birth certificate, or they can't pay first and last month's deposit. Sometimes it's low-hanging fruit things that we can intervene through grants and other types of things to just figure out what is the barrier so that we can get rid of it. And so that has been really successful.
They need to be seen as humans. They don't need to be seen as a statistic. They don't need to be seen as a problem. They don't need to be seen as a community nuisance. They need to be seen as hopeful.
We say this in every population that we work with. Who is your person? And that's what the caseworkers are, is that's their person. Someone who cares if they get up in the morning, cares if they're successful, cares if they're hurting. We have had 38 families that have successfully discharged, meaning they went into independent permanent housing, which is remarkable.
It gave you a chance to give back to a community that helped you out. And you've got great case managers, you've got a great staff over there, and they bend over backwards to make sure we have everything we need. I'd like to come back and become a staff member here.
You know, that's a lot of lives that you've changed the trajectory for those individuals that otherwise would have probably been in the same position had there not been some intense focus on what it is they needed to do.